Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Chairwoman White, for being here today and answering a whole broad array of questions. My question will reference something that you mentioned not only in your written testimony, but earlier this morning, now afternoon. I think I can bring it up again. When you talked about advancing opportunities to small businesses to raise capital, certainly as we know, small businesses together produce a lot of the economic growth. While I hate to hone in on anyone specific, I think if we don't oftentimes, when we represent those groups, others might not. So as people give examples from their districts or from letters or stories that they've received, I'm going to focus in on women in particular. Certainly looking at your background, having many firsts prior to coming here, and being the only female sitting here on my side of the aisle today, and looking at my colleague, Congresswoman Love, being the only female on her side of the aisle, I think I might have something we can agree on here. So when you talk about advancing opportunities, and you also mentioned the SEC's Government Business Forum, I guess one of the questions I want to ask is, can you address what specific types of opportunities that your office is doing for businesses in general and women? And another reason I'm doing women, just this morning I received some statistics, and I'm from Ohio, 7th largest state in this nation, and there are 16 of us in our delegation, and I have the largest number of females in my congressional district. So today I speak for them, and it happens to be the end of Women's History Month, so maybe you can help me out by giving us some information that we can use or help you with.
First, I applaud everything you just said on behalf of women. I think, I mean, one example I would give you where I'm actually rather pleased with the results is actually through our OMWI office, where one of the charges OMWI has is with our own contracting dollars. I mean, it's $350 million a year or whatever it may be. We are charged with making sure that we are making possible for minority-owned businesses and women-owned businesses to participate in the process of our the contracting that we do. And we've actually, I think, in fact, I think I brought the number with me. I think 33% of our contracting dollars actually went to minority and women-owned businesses last year, which is a real uptick from all our outreach efforts. We try to also have, I think it's once a month, that our office actually has potential vendors come in, potential businesses come in to kind of learn what they need to do to, in effect bid on those contracts, apply for those contracts. I think, to broaden it out beyond that, but I think that's a kind of a good example that's at least I'm pleased with the progress that we've made on it. When we are dealing with our our small business committees, when we the office I mentioned earlier that's in our Division of Corporation Finance, it's devoted solely really to the interests of small businesses. We certainly are very focused on encouraging women-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses to participate there. A lot of the questions that our staff answers, which they do, I don't know, 1,200 a year from small businesses, are questions put to us by minority and women-owned businesses. So I don't know if that's responsive, but that's a couple of examples at least.
Thank you, and thank you for the examples. Maybe we can pass some of those on to some of the other offices who aren't doing as well. Lastly, I met with some constituents who have expressed some concerns about the effects of applicability of the fiduciary standards being applied to broker-dealers. In your written testimony, you stated that the Commission has provided technical assistance to the DOL staff as they consider potential changes to the definition of fiduciary under ERISA. How do you see SEC interacting with the DOL to ensure that low and middle income individuals keep their access to broker assistance regarding investment of retirement savings? I
think first, with respect to the Department of Labor, what our staff has done really for several years is to provide technical assistance and expertise to the staff of the Department of Labor. And what's included in that is our judgment from our knowledge of the broker-dealer market spaces in the retirement area in particular, how a change in the rule might impact on investors or the availability of investment advice separately, and it really is separately. We are proceeding, or my personal view is that we should proceed with a rule to impose a uniform fiduciary duty, but very much in our minds in doing that are all the complexities and all the impacts. And what we don't want to do is end up with anything that would deprive retail investors of reliable, reasonably priced advice. Okay.
Thank you. My time is up. Thank you, Ms.